Hello, and welcome to Global Policy Forum's weekly vodcast. The Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty Review Conference began this week at UN headquarters. It will review current global nuclear policy over the coming month. On Tuesday, the Iranian President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad addressed the General Assembly, declaring his criticisms of the Non-Proliferation Treaty, citing privileged treatment of U.S. and Western allied nuclear states. "A knife never cuts its own hand," Ahmadinejad remarked, a statement unheard by American and European diplomats who had staged a walkout to protest Iran's nuclear program. In Security Council news, the group that represents Western Saharan independence, the Polisario Front, has called the recent resolution on Western Sahara a scandal for the credibility of the United Nations. Council members debated amending the mandate of the UN peacekeeping force in Western Sahara so as to allow it to monitor human rights violations. However, the final resolution failed to include any mention of human rights. The Polisario Front has warned that failure to attend to human rights abuses in Western Sahara could lead to a renewal of armed conflict. In Brazil, the Supreme Court rejected the option to modify a 1979 Amnesty Law that protects those accused of torture during Brazil's military dictatorship. The UN expressed its disapproval of the Supreme Court's decision. The High Commission for Human Rights, Navi Pillay, demanded an end to impunity in Brazil. Now, Pillay says that she is surprised that Brazil opts for a policy that contrasts starkly with that of other Latin American countries. In Cuba, an initiative is underway that brings farming into suburban areas. The approach brings food production closer to the urban areas where 76% of the island's population lives, and provides a science and leadership for alternative, localized models of food production. The approach, which will not only provide food production, but also cultivate carbon sinks, create water basins, and reduce emissions, is based on principles of crop diversity and the use of animals for harvesting and transport of produce. For insight and analysis on these issues and more, visit our website at www.globalpolicy.org. You can also follow us on Twitter.